Hello friends, so welcome to our PowerApps interview preparation series. In this video we will dive into the some key interview questions and answers that are focusing on the three exciting topics: AI integration in the PowerApps, managing color properties and working with the date function. So whether you are preparing for your next interview or looking to sharpen your PowerApps skill, this video will provide you the practical insight and the scenario based questions to help you stand out. So let's get started and explore how you will harness the power of AI, customize color schemes and efficiently handle the data in the Power Apps. And if you like this video, so don't miss to subscribe this channel and hit the like button. Thank you. The first question is you want to extract text from an image uploaded by an user. Which AI function would you use and how? So here you will use the OCR function to extract the text. For example, how you will use in the OCR you just need to pass the my image, then .txt text will return the text from the uploaded images that is related to the my image. Next question is you need to detect the language of text input in a Power Apps form. How can you achieve this? So for checking this one, you need to use the language detection dot detect language function. And how you will use this function? You will use this function by this way: language detection dot detect language. Here you need to pass the text input dot text, and that will return the detected language of that text. You want to categorize a user feedback into a predefined category. Which AI function is suitable? Here you need to use the text classification dot classify function that will categorize on the base of the trend model. I have given the example here. You need to just write text classification dot classify, and you just need to pass the control name text input dot text, and it will return the category. Next question is how can you identify the key phrases in a paragraph of text using AI function in Power Apps? For this there is a function text analytics dot key phrases. I have given the example how you need to write this function text analytics dot key phrases. Here you need to again pass the text input dot text control, and it will extract the key phrases from the text. Next question is you need to identify the sentiment of a customer review. Customer has given the review and you need to identify the sentiments. So this is a very important question. Which function would you use? The function already given sentiment analysis. How you will write this in your code? Sentiment analysis. Then you just need to pass the control name text input dot text, and it will return the whatever score associated with that sentiment. It can be positive, neutral, or the negative sentiments. How can you automatically translate a user input text from English to Spanish in Power Apps? You need to use the text translation dot translate function. And how you will write this one? Text translation dot translate, the control name it will come, then whatever language you want and whatever it was earlier, yes, right, Spanish, and it will translate the text from English to Spanish. You want to implement a chatbot that can understand and process user queries in Power Apps. Which AI feature can you use? Here you need to use the Power Virtual Agent that will allow to building the chatbots that can understand and process the user query. How do you extract entities like dates, place, etc. from a user input text? For this there is a function given text analytics dot entities. How you will write in your code? Text analytics dot entities, and in the bracket it will come text input dot text control name, and it will extract the entities such as date, place, and the other key data input. You want to detect the language of a text and then translate into the English. How can you done? So here the first thing will be the detection of the language. For that you will use the language detection dot detect language, and after that you need to translate it. So for that you will use the text translation dot translate. How you will write this in your code? You will just create a var language, and in this you will pass the language detection dot detect language text input dot text. Then you will call the text translation dot translate, and in the bracket you will pass the text input dot text and the variable language from currently whichever language it is, and then en. How can you create a custom AI model in Power Apps to predict outcome based on the user input? So for prediction you need to use the AI builder to create the custom prediction model. You need to train the model with historical data, and then you can utilize AI builder.predict function to make the prediction based on the user input. You want to dynamically change the background color of a label based on the condition. How would you implement it? In this case you need to use the if function, and that will be combined with the color value or built-in color constant. For example, if condition is met, then color value will be green, otherwise the color value will be red. How can you convert a hexadecimal color code to a PowerApps color code value? For this you need to use the color value function. And how you will use the color value, then you will pass that hexadecimal value, and that will convert to the hexadecimal color code to a PowerApps color value. You want to set the color of a button based on a selected theme in the app. How can this be achieved? For this you need to use the switch function with the predefined color value. How you will write that switch function? Switch, then theme selected or selected value, whatever there is a value. If it is light, then color value will be this. If it is dark, then color value will be this. How do you apply a gradient effect to a background in PowerApps? So PowerApps basically does not support gradient directly, but yeah, you can create a gradient effect by layering rectangles with a different colors, or you can use a pre-created gradient image as a background. You need to change the text color of a label to white if the background is dark, and black if the background is light. How can this be implemented? For this, definitely you will use the if function that will be combined with the brightness check on the background color. So if the color fade background color -100 is less than 0.5, then it will be white, otherwise it will be black. How can you set the transparency of a color in PowerApps? By using the RGBA function you can do this. So here you need to pass RGBA 255, then 00, then 0.5, that sets the color red with the 50% transparency. Here you are giving the transparency 0.5. You want to highlight an item in a gallery when it is selected. How would you change the color of the selected item? For that there is a property template fill of the gallery that is basically set on the base of the is selected property. So if this item dot is selected, if it is true, then it will be light blue, the selected row, otherwise it will be white. How can you create a custom color palette in PowerApps for consistent app design? You can define the custom color by using the set function on the on start property. So here you need to define set, then primary color, you are setting the primary color, and you are setting the secondary color here in the variable. How do you determine if a color is more red than green? For that you need to use the color function that decompose the color into the red, green and blue color components, and it compare the value like color.r is greater than color.g. You need to apply a color based on the user selection from a drop down list. How will you implement that one? For that you need to use the lookup function that will be combined with the color value. For how you will write in the code, lookup, then color data source, it will be the data source name, then color name is color name you will pick from the drop down dot selected dot value, and then dot color value, whatever value is there. You need to calculate the difference in dates between two dates entered by the user. Which function would you use? For difference of the date, you need to use the datediff function. In the datediff function, how you will pass the parameter datediff, then datepicker dot selected date first date and datepicker dot selected date. This is the second date. It will return the difference between the two dates. How can you add 30 day in the current date in the PowerApps? For that, you need to use dateAdd function. DateAdd, then to the date, comma 30. It will add the 30 day in the current date. You want to display the current date and time in a label in a specific format. How you will achieve? By using the text function. Text, then now you will pick the current date with the time, and you need to format it ddmmy, whatever format you want to put. How do you calculate a person age based on their birth date entered into a date picker? Here you need to use the date difference. Date difference will get the difference between the today and the birth date. So here you need to pass date picker dot selected date and comma today, and you want to return into the years, so you will pass here years. You need to filter a gallery to show only records from the last 7 days. How would you implement that? Dateif function will be used. Okay, so here you will need to pass filter my data source, then dateif date field comma today is less than equal to 7. Thanks friend for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and we will keep publishing the more content like this, and your engagement is definitely helping us to grow and create more exciting video for you. So I will appreciate for each and every one of the subscriber that are with me. So until next time, take care and stay awesome. Thank you.